Hello fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Wednesday the 16th of June 2021. Medium level puzzle today. We're coming on to that in a second. Just before, I'd like to draw your attention to a wonderful bridge reconstructed or reweaved, I should say, in ancient Peruvian style. The bridge is I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this, but Quechua Bridge, okay, which has been used for 500 years. There's a wonderful story in The Guardian today with some lovely pictures of how they are reweaving it. Unfortunately, even though it's been used for 500 years, it was impossible for them to do maintenance on it last year, and the bridge collapsed. So now they are weaving it from either side, from either end. They hang on a rope and just weave the bridge. How's that for eco-friendly? All right, let's get on with our Sudoku puzzle and see what we can see, shall we? So, as I said, medium level puzzle, and welcome to the channel if you've never seen this before. I don't play these videos before I get started. If you've never played Sudoku before, it's just a game of nines. So there are rows across which need numbers 1 to 9 fitted in them, columns down which need numbers 1 to 9 fitted in them, and these blocks which contain 9 squares which have numbers 1 to 9 fitted in them. And we can do this because of a kind of uniqueness. In other words, each number can fit only once within its block or row or column. This 1 cannot reappear in this block or in this row or in this column. Okay, so when we see that, we can see this 9 kind of blocks along here, right? You think about that, and 9 blocking along here, and this 9 blocks up here because they can't appear again. And so therefore we can write in a 9, and that's our first number of the morning. This 8 blocks up this column, this 8 blocks down this column, and so clearly an 8 can go there. I see in this column now we don't yet have a 3, but there's an intersecting 3 here, means that 3 stops that from being a 3, and this 3 stops that from being a 3, so the 3 has to go there. We don't yet have a 5 in this column, but the 5 here means that that can't be a 5, and so the 5 can go there. And if we count through, we'll see that the missing number, we have a 1, we don't have 2, we have everything else, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that's our 2 that goes in there like this. Now this 2 we can bring along and block these 2 squares, and this 2 down here we can bring along and block over here, and this 2 we can block all the way down here, so that's our 2 there. Now something else, in this row here, 1 and 3 we don't have, right? There's no 1 and there's no 3, but I noticed that 1 and 3 are in here. Now there are 4 squares in this row, so that means that 1 and 3 have to appear here. So I don't know if this is going to be useful or not, but I do know that 1 and 3 are in these 2 squares because they can't appear here or here, and there are only 4 squares in the block. So now that we know that, that might be useful. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but let's see. So what else? But it does mean that we can find out what these 2 missing numbers are as well. Okay, and that may be useful. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we don't have, so 5 is in one of these squares. And 6 we don't have, so 6 in one of these squares. Actually, it wasn't very useful just yet, but hang on to that and think about that. This is 5 and 6 now, okay? So now 5 is going to block along here, right, like this, and this 5 is going to block along here like this, and this 5 is going to block down here. So in fact that will give us a number, and it will give us a 5 there. We also know that that's a 6. 6 will block this square, but that won't help us find which of these 2 squares is a 6, but we do know that one of them is a 6. But that won't help us. We have 6s up here, but That's not going to help us just yet. Now this 1 blocks down these 2 squares, so 1 has to go there. And now we know that this is a 3, right? Because we said 1 and 3 go in these 2 squares. So clearly that is a 3. So I think we're making pretty good progress. Now we know, of course, this is 5 and 6. Don't know if that's going to help us just yet in any other way. Right, probably time to shift focus somewhere else and see that this 3 blocks along this row here, this 3 blocks along this row here, 3 blocking up here, 3 blocking up here. So just 1 square left to see, and that's that one there. This 2 now blocks this square here, and so that's a 2. And if we count through, we'll find 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is our missing number. 8, 9 we have, just to double check if you're not sure. And this 7 now blocking down this column means that that's clearly a 7 there. Now we don't yet have a 3 in this section here, but look, intersecting 3, so 3 goes here. If we want to know the missing numbers, we'll find that they are 2 and 4. When we count through, we'll see 2 and 4 because we have the others, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But that's not going to do anything else just yet. So now usually when you see this kind of thing, you have a blocked section along the middle row here. It's good to look here and see if you have any digits here, because they can often be placed at either end. But here we just have the 3s and nothing else in these blocks, so that's not particularly useful just yet. And in fact it means I'm going to be looking somewhere else. And so let's look up here. The 8 blocks along here, the 8 blocks along here, and so this is our 8. That will give us an 8 down here now. If you look carefully, the 8 that we just used, just wrote in rather, we can use down here. The 8 across here, the 8 across here will give us an 8 in here. And where should we look now? Probably somewhere along this lower section here, I think, is the right place to be looking. We know that this is 5 and 6. Do you remember we said 5 and 6 has to appear in these 2 squares? So now we can assume these 2 squares. So this is 5 and 6. So let's count through. 1, 2, 3, 4 is in one of these 2 squares. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 4 and 9 in these 2 squares. And guess what? This 9 blocks down here. And you could see it another way, of course. You could see an intersecting 9 here and a 9 blocking down here. So 9 goes here, but we also know that 4 goes here because we already decided that these were 5 and 6. Okay. Now this 3, actually I should have seen before, 3 blocks here. Oops. 3 blocks that square there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is our number there. 6 we know goes up here. 6 is down here. 6 there. Okay. What else is missing down here? Okay, so we can find these 2 numbers and we can find these 2 numbers, but we may not be able to place them accurately just yet. So we have 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 4. It's in one of these 2 squares. 5, 6, and we don't have a 7. So these 2 are 4 and 7, but there's nothing up here that can tell us 4 or 7. Okay. Down here is 1. We don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No intersecting 6s. And 9. Well, we have an intersecting 9, which means 9 will be in one of these 2 squares. But that's all we can tell. So that's not very useful. Let's switch back over here and see that this 9 blocks up here, this 9 blocks down here, and this 9 blocks this square. So 9 has got to go here. And now maybe let's just examine this, shall we? 1, 2, 3, we have 4, we don't yet have, no idea. 5 blocks here, but not this square. And the other missing number is 8. Okay, so 8 blocking here, 8 blocking here. So we don't yet have an 8 in this column, so that's got to be an 8 there. Okay, now we were missing a 5, right, in this column, so this 5 means that's not a 5, so 5 goes here. Let's count through. 1, 2, 3. Any 4s? No, no 4s, so 4 must be in that square there. Oh, I see 2 empty squares at the end. It's normally a good idea to look and see what they are. It's a 1 and a 7. 1 and a 7 have to be in these 2 squares. Nothing. Okay. 2 numbers missing along here. Should we find out what they are? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5, but look, we have an intersecting 5. So that's our 5 here. Let's continue along. Is there any 6? No, so that's the other missing number here. Okay, now that we have that 6, we can place a 6 here because look, 6 along here, 6 along here, 6 down here. So that's a 6 there. And we can also put a 6 down here because look, 6 blocking down here, 6 blocking down here, and 6 across here will give us a 6 there. Okay, what else is missing? Let's say 1, 7, so 4. Okay. Right, time to shift focus again and say, well, we have an 8 blocking here, an 8 blocking here, an 8 up here, and an 8 down here. So if you follow those lines, you'll see that that has to be an 8. I think that's the last digit 8. Actually, remember, we can always get the last digit. If there's only one missing, we can always get it. Right, now where to look? What's missing down here? A 1 and a 9, is it? 1 and 9 are missing. Okay, in this bottom row here, we don't yet have a 1 or a 9, but we have an intersecting 9 now. So that 9 will be there, and that one will be there. This column looks suspiciously inviting. I think we should check it out. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 4. Oh, actually, this is going to be the same as this 4 and 7, which is missing here. This has to be a 4 or a 7 as well. But no 4s or 7s just yet, but hopefully soon. Right, what else? Missing candidates here, 2 and 4, aren't they? So I'm sure there's something spectacularly easy here, but can't see it yet. 7s and 4s are the ones that 7s, 4s and 2s are what we're really looking for here. They are in our way. Oh, okay, 9 now blocking across here, 9 blocking across here, and a 9 up here means that this is in fact a 9. And this 2 blocks this square, this 2 blocks this square. I'm talking about this middle row, right in the center row. No 2 allowed here, no 2 allowed here. We don't yet have a 2, so 2's got to come there. The missing numbers are in here and here now are 1 and 4. We still don't have any intersecting 1s or 4s, so we still can't fill in those digits just yet. So let's shift focus again. It's important, I think, when you're playing Sudoku to keep moving around the grid, not to get stuck in one place, as can happen quite often, I think, if you're really focused on one area, thinking there must be a number here, there must be a number here, but actually you can't quite see it, and then that's probably a good idea to, it means go somewhere else. Walk around a bit. Which is probably what I need to do right now. Let's see, let's re-examine this. They always need to come back. 4 and 7 here, 4 and 7 here, I know. What's going on here? 1s, Okay, so found it now. 2 blocking this square, 2 blocking up this column, and so 2 goes in here, and that's gonna finish the puzzle for us. That one number, just finding that one number at this stage, is probably going to do enough to finish the puzzle, because look, we had 2 numbers missing here that were quite key. So this 2 can't exist. A 2 can't exist here, 2 goes here, and a 4 goes here. And now that means, can we find these 2? We're missing a 1, but we have an intersecting 1 here, so that's a 1. The other number here is a 7. Now if you remember back down here, we're missing a 4, because this is a 4 and a 7. So if you can remember this, it's useful. 7 blocking up here, so that's our 7. Do you see how I rightly assumed that will be enough to finish the puzzle? 1 blocking here, that's a 1. The last number in this block is 4. Up here now, we don't yet have a 4 here, but 4 stops there, so we're stopped by that. The last number in this block is a 1. 1 blocks across here, 1 blocks up here, that's a 1. The missing number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6. We don't yet have a 6, so there we go. The missing number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 we have. 7 blocking down here, so that's a 7, isn't it? You see how we I just knew that that one number would finish the whole puzzle. Missing numbers here now are 4. Well, there's a blocking 4 here, and 5 is the last number in this segment. 5 means that's not a 5, so 5 goes here. Shall we count through together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's not really a medium puzzle, that's really an easy level puzzle. Thank you, The Guardian. Please subscribe to this channel, other people's Sudoku channels. There are some really fine Sudoku teachers out there on YouTube, really great ones. And hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.